Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
And welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in to LTN 2020. At some point, I guess it'll be 2021, we hope. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah. What are you up to these days? Yeah, I get that a lot. What are you up to these days? It depends, right? It depends. We're all trying, I think, given where we're headed with this pandemic, literally, it's almost cliche. Stay well, stay safe, people say. Stay safe. That more than any time ever during this pandemic, stay safe really does, truly does mean something. And that is a priority. The reporting on this is not good. Somebody's got to report it, and that's got to be done, and I'll do it. Doesn't bring me any pleasure, tell you that. But we'll get ourselves up to date. We'll figure out what are the things that I keep reminding you, I keep reminding myself, what is it that we need to do? How do we need to do it? And so on. All these things, right? That really occupy us. And they should. And the two best places for us to hang out will be with our diet and our lifestyle. That is the nucleus of staying safe and staying healthy. That's where we can do something. You and I can't do anything about facilitating or expediting a vaccine. You and I can't do anything about scientists creating an antibody therapy where the antibodies last. Now we're learning that if you get infected, having the antibodies to the virus, to the coronavirus, this novel coronavirus, may not last very long. So you see, as I say, there has been a twist and turn at every bend and turn. In other words, you got one level of complexity intertwined into another complex piece. A twist and turn at every bend and turn. And usually in crises, that is a characteristic feature. In other words, the unexpected. And that's what this virus has served up. A full plate of it, man. It's been unpredictable in many ways. However, that being said, we've learned a lot over these 6 to 9 months. And there are things about it that are predictable. I dare say there might be more about this virus we don't know than we do know. I wonder what Dr. Osterholm thinks about that. God, I would love to interview that guy. If I think I don't know if he's teaching. If he's teaching, his students are so lucky to have a professor like that. I'm going to bring you up to date. I have different sources I use. Try to focus on things that maybe the mainstream media is not going to focus on. Going to talk to you today also about some lifestyle concerns and things that we can do. Right now, I think insomnia is off the chain for people. Why? Because you know who
All right. Well, we just lost Doc. I literally just heard him disconnect. I don't know what just happened. There you go. There you back.
Yeah, I somehow drifted away.
I heard it
What I
plop.
was Did you hear it pop?
Yeah.
Did you hear that? Um, who pals around with insomnia? I'll tell you who pals around with insomnia. Stress. Got another pal that likes to jump in and liven up the party. Alcohol. Alcohol. Yeah, that's the worst thing you can do if you're suffering from insomnia. Oh, and there's somebody else that's in the group. Junk food. Food with high glycemic index, loaded with salt, sugar, and fat. That, trust me, that's not helping your insomnia. So you got a quartet there. I can put others in the group, but you get my idea. So we'll talk about that. And there's something you can do about it. It's not as if we talk about things on the show you can't do anything about. That's why we always try to land on diet and lifestyle, diet and lifestyle. Big, giant variables, lots of variables inside of them. Katie's going to tell you how to connect with the show.
You can give us a call at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. You can also email Dr. Garko personally. His email is drgarko@letstalknutrition.com. And if you go over to letstalknutrition.com, you'll find all of our past shows. They are sorted by date and title, and you can listen to them there or watch the show on our Facebook or YouTube page.
For that, Katie, the fall surge in COVID-19 infections, you ready? Added nearly 500,000 cases to our national total in a week. Yesterday, we had 72,000 cases. I don't know. I hear people saying that this thing is ending. It's not ending. That's sort of like saying right now, where we are, you're in the first quarter of a football game, and someone says, "Oh, the game's over." No, not. Multiple European countries are reporting record COVID-19 numbers. You see what's happening? It happened in 1918, and it's happening now. Boy, history repeats itself not only with humans, but it seems to repeat itself with viruses. You can't make it up. Same darn thing happened in 1918. And I remind you, they had 3 waves. 3. We're now into the second wave. Belgium, the Czech Republic, Germany, Poland. Go down the list. Multiple countries in Europe. Even the Pope is maintaining social distancing. There's a story on the Pope. He said he has to maintain distance because of this lady called COVID. Holy Father I wouldn't attribute a gender to this creature. I wouldn't do that. It moves beyond gender. This is something from, and I'm sure the Holy Father would relate to this. This comes from the deepest and darkest parts of Dante's hell. 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. That's a reference to, you know who Dante was? Look him up. He's good. He's very good. LTN, coast to coast and globally. A Renaissance approach to health. Be right back.
The pursuit of a healthy immune system is so important for our long-term health. And being healthy for the long term is everyone's goal, right? So which immune health supplement is recommended for those who also have cardiovascular concerns? Kyolic Aged Garlic Extract. Aged garlic extract, regarded as one of the leading natural heart health supplements, has been clinically proven to help reduce high blood pressure and inflammation. Experts believe this alleviates demands on the body's energy stores, freeing it up to fight invaders. The result? A more responsive immune system. Kyolic Aged Garlic Extract begins with 100% organically grown garlic and is the most scientifically researched, highest quality, and best-selling odorless garlic extract supplement. And for extra support, get Kyolic Aged Garlic Extract Immune Formula 103. Try Kyolic Aged Garlic Extract for a healthy heart and a healthy immune system. Discover more at kyolic.com. That's KYOLIC.com.
Celsius is a fitness drink which is clinically proven to function. How? As a thermogenic, Celsius proprietary MetaPlus blend accelerates metabolism, increasing your body's ability to burn fat and calories. There are only two ways a body burns fat: through increased heart rate and our increased body temperature, thermogenesis. Drinking Celsius and then going into motion is double dipping. You're accelerating the burn and the results are even faster. Celsius is your ultimate fitness partner. No high fructose corn syrup, no aspartame, no preservatives, no artificial colors or flavors. 100% of 7 essential vitamins. Proven in 6 published university studies. How does it work? Celsius proprietary MetaPlus formula, including green tea with EGCS, ginger, and guarana seed, turns on thermogenesis, a process that boosts your body's metabolic rate. Drinking Celsius prior to fitness activities is proven to energize, accelerate metabolism, burn body fat and calories. Invest in yourself. Drink Celsius. Look for us at www.celsius.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarro Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Irwin Naturals, premium vitamins and supplements. 25 years of gold standard supplements. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Doc, we cannot hear you. I don't know where you're at. It says your microphone's muted on the computer. Well, until he unmutes his microphone, I'll tell you how to get a hold of us. There you are.
I'm here. I'm here.
Saw you
Hello.
unmute it.
I'm back. Yeah, I got knocked off, and then I had to reboot, and then when I rebooted, it rebooted with the mic off. Okay, thank you. All right. Well, go ahead and tell the audience how to connect with us.
You can give us a call, 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. You can also Facebook message us, message us on Instagram, or you can send Dr. Garko an email. His email is drgarko@letstalknutrition.com.
Gonna have to get you. You know when, Katie. You know when you see the construction workers on the highway and in the streets when they wear those orange vests and whatnot,
Yeah.
right? We need to get you one of those because it's dark in that studio, and when you got dark clothes on, all I see is his head.
And 90% of my clothing is black.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. What I just once in a while have like a little red on, right? You see that? A little red.
Little pop of color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But most of it's black.
Maybe
So
I'll be a construction worker for Halloween, and then I'll just keep the vest and wear it to work.
100%. You can wear. Take it out on a date too. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
Guys, if you says something, say yeah. I'm under construction.
I like that. That's accurate.
We all are.
Amen to that.
Buddy. Oh my God. All right, Reginald. Real quick, what's the sports update? Who's World Series? What do we got going? Hockey, tennis, ping pong. What's going on, brother?
Unfortunately, the Rays did lose last night. They lost 3-1.
No
the
World
Dodgers.
Series for us.
Yes, no World Series for Tampa. There is hope though. The Bucks are still playing phenomenal, so that's good. But
Tom Brady is performing as per expectations.
18 touchdowns. He looks exactly as advertised. It's incredible. Like I've been watching NFL, and I've never thought that Brady would ever leave the Patriots. For him to leave the Patriots and be able to do what he's doing in Tampa is outstanding. 43, I believe. That's
from a health standpoint. How old is he?
43, I believe.
He's 43 years old. You can say whatever, some people, Tom Brady's a guy, you either love him or you hate him, right? That aside, and people can say whatever they want to say about him. I'm not telling you one way or another how I feel about him. I do know this. He has devoted a lot of time and attention in how to take care of himself. If everybody did 20% of what he's done, the obesity epidemic would probably be cut in half.
Katie, was I right? I know you checked. Was I right?
Yeah, he's 43.
Okay.
He's 43 years old, and he is in phenomenal physical condition.
And I thought his arm strength was bad last year on the Patriots. But I think maybe that was just the receivers of the play calls because he looks like he's getting the ball downfield still too. So
let me tell you what I think I know about him. The minute you tell that dude you're slipping, that's when he starts sliding out onto the practice field, working even harder.
Yep.
He's that kind of guy. I mean, he is so competitive, and it's about achievement. And again, I know And I take a risk talking about him like that because I know some people just loathe him. They despise him. I don't happen to. I respect him as an athlete. Whatever he does with his private life and his I could care less. I don't care. Have at it, brother. I just, I look at him as a person who's achieving, and he's making a contribution to the community. This community could use a little bit of inspiration and some winning moments.
Yeah,
So it's all good.
and
That's how I see it.
no team has ever played the Super Bowl in their home city, and Super Bowl is in Tampa this year. So he could be the very first quarterback, especially, well, he'd be the oldest, he'd be the very first, anything to play a Super Bowl at home. It'd be a home game for the Bucks. Like, that's incredible.
Well, it would be good for the community, and that's how I think about things. Sports is not even people who don't like sports. The point is, I grew up in a sports town, Pittsburgh. Hockey, baseball, football. My whole life, that's all I saw, and it had such an impact on the community. It was good for the community, even for the people who didn't like any sports. They were the beneficiaries of having sports in the community. It's good for the mental health of the community. It truly is.
It blows my mind how much people in sports make. Someone told me the other day, and I had never thought about it this way. Doctors, they pay out the rear end to go to school, and they don't make as much as sports people make. And meanwhile, the sports players get a full ride scholarship, don't pay a dime to go to school, and they make so much money. It's crazy to think about.
Well, and people will pay for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't
Somebody,
think it's right.
one of my professors asked me what I wanted to do when I finish up here this term. And I said, I want to be a nutritionist. I want to work for sports teams. I'd like to get on a sports team.
You'd be good at that.
That'd be incredible.
Be a nutritionist. We'll see.
Which team would you
See if I
pick?
can make my way. We'll figure it out. You say sports has nothing to do with health. Yeah, it has a lot to do with the mental health of people. Trust me, it does. We'll be back. We'll talk some more. This is Dr. Michael Garko from Let's Talk Nutrition. If there were ever a time to take charge of your health, now's that time, given the U.S. coronavirus epidemic. Earth's Creation scientifically tested Curculife curcumin and its family of products can help you do just that. If you have an inflammation-generating condition, such as obesity, heart disease, or diabetes, you are at a greater risk to be infected by the coronavirus. Earth's Creation Curculife curcumin supplement is a patented turmeric formulation with extensive clinical trials. It allows more curcumin to get into your cells to fight inflammation, a hallmark of viral infections. Curculife Plus curcumin is in many of Earth's Creation family of products. Go to inflammationusa.com and protect yourself against the coronavirus. For a limited time, buy any product at inflammationusa.com and get the second bottle at 50% off. Act now. Go to inflammationusa.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This
This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Celsius, live fit. CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
877-897-TALK. I don't know why the mic keeps getting cut out on me. I don't do it. It does. The days are growing longer, and cold weather is starting to set in certain parts of the country, especially across the northern United States. And as the days grow longer, and as the weather starts to get colder, and as people move more indoors because of both of those factors, we're going to be logging more coronavirus infections than ever before. We're averaging now, yesterday was 72,000. We've added over 500,000 cases in 1 week. Yesterday marked the first time that the rolling 7-day average of new case counts, a metric considered more reliable than a single-day figure, topped 70,000. Record number of infections are being reported now in 29 states over this past week. In every region of our country. More than 8.7 million now cases have been reported nationwide since it seems like a century ago, but it was February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, 9 months. More than 8.7 million cases have been reported nationwide since February, and at least 226,000 people have fallen of died of COVID-19. Stunning. As long as health precautions are followed, flying on a plane can be safer than eating at a restaurant. This is according to a new Harvard study. I may delve into that a little bit. So if you had a choice, Katie, would you go on the plane or would you eat in the restaurant? If you had, so you can pick one or the other. Which one do you think? What would you? I already told you what they think. What would your instinct been on that?
It depends on the airline. That is what I will say about that. If
That's a good response.
it's an honest response, because if I had the choice to fly the airline I flew to upstate New York or eat at a restaurant, I would choose a restaurant now. Higher airline may have better protocols, may clean their planes more thoroughly, and I would choose the plane because I do believe, to a sense, that the air inside of a plane is pretty safe because it's constantly circulating. I just would not be comfortable to fly that particular airline again.
Because what didn't they do?
Well, I had some issues with my flight, and I sent them an email and just basically told them all the issues I had. And one of the things I mentioned was that the plane wasn't very clean. And I promise you, they wrote me back in writing and said, "We clean our planes at the beginning of the day, but we do not have enough time to clean them in between passengers." So they admitted to me that they only clean their plane once a day. So I didn't like that response.
Good for you for saying something. The risk of catching the coronavirus on an airplane can be, it's being reported now, pretty reduced if travelers wash their hands frequently, wear masks all the time, and to Katie's point, if the airlines are cleaning and sanitizing the planes thoroughly and ensure that they're, again, to Katie's point, a constant flow of air throughout the cabin.
Now, what about the airport? That's a whole
I
other
don't-
ball game. The airport could still be, I guess, dangerous, but I guess, yeah, airplane.
We have to look into the airport. I haven't looked at that. So you use these and other measures as part of a layered, what they call it a layered approach. Could push your risk of getting infected with the virus on a plane below that of other activities, like grocery shopping, wow, and eating at a restaurant. This is according to Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health. This is what they concluded. Quote, though a formidable adversary, SARS-CoV-2 need not overwhelm society's capacity to adapt and progress, the report said. Quote, it is possible to gain a measure of control and to develop strategies that mitigate the spread of the disease while allowing a careful reopening of sectors of society, close quote. I agree with that. But not wearing a mask, not practicing social distancing, not washing your hands, touching your face, being in large crowds and gatherings and rallies and parties and picnics and whatever. Not a good idea. That's not, you're not doing the things that this report says you need to do. We can do this, man. They're right. We can reopen sectors of society if we follow the public health guidelines. We have not done that, and we're paying a terrible price. This study from Harvard, it's from the industry-funded Aviation Public Health Initiative, is likely to be cited by the airlines and plane manufacturers. Of course it would, because it's good for them, as they continue to try to convince the public that it is safe to fly as long as proper precautions are invoked or put in place. Wow. The Harvard study comes behind a recent release of a Defense Department study that concluded that wearing a mask continuously while flying could reduce the spread of the virus. So even the government says this same thing because of how the air is filtered and circulated on a plane. So in your home, I guess it would be good if you don't have if it's wintertime, to have that fan that circulates the air throughout the house working. Along with previous research, the two studies further bolster the case for wearing face coverings. Some people still believe that that is a foolish idea. I don't know how they got there to believe that. The evidence is overwhelming. Every country that's practiced that has done better. I mean, the data are there. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention also recently updated its guidance on face coverings to say that it, quote, strongly recommends, close quote, that people wear masks on all forms of public and commercial transportation. Makes sense to me, man. Back in the day, wearing a mask meant you were going to rob a bank. Wearing a mask now means you're going to try to save your life and somebody else's.
Now you can't go into a bank without a mask.
Be back.
Are you concerned with the change of seasons? Are you looking for a product to support a healthy immune system? Then you must be looking for Oreganol P73, made by North American Herb & Spice, who are a leader in the manufacturing of natural dietary supplements. Oreganol P73 is not your normal oregano. No, Oreganol P73 is made from oregano that grows wild at 10,000 feet above sea level in the mountains of the Mediterranean. That's why it's such a powerful support for your immune system. Try Oreganol P73 today and discover what millions already know during this winter season. To learn more about Oreganol P73, visit your local health food store or our website, oreganol.com. That's oregano.com. Act now and feel better today with Oreganol P73.
Have you experienced the wisdom of nature with Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter? Zyflamend is a 10-herb blend that delivers 3 health benefits. First, Zyflamend is an herbal approach to pain relief, helping to soothe minor pain or soreness. Second, Zyflamend is a joint supplement with time-tested herbs to support joint function and flexibility. And the third benefit, Zyflamend supports the body's healthy inflammation response, something that's essential for maintaining whole body health. Zyflamend is New Chapter's clinically tested blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, ginger, and green tea. Zyflamend is non-GMO, project verified, gluten-free, and 100% vegetarian. New Chapter is a leader in supplement quality. Every ingredient, every product, every time. Discover Zyflamend, New Chapter's #1 selling multi-herbal. Zyflamend is made with ginger for occasional pain relief after exercise. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation. And it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
Dr. Michael Garca, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garco, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garca, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garco.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in to LTN 2020. Hope you're having a good day. Whoever and however you may be listening or watching the show. Katie, you're pretty funny, man. I said, back in the day, wearing a mask meant that you were probably going to rob a bank. And going into that break, he said, what did you say? You say it.
And now you can't go into a bank without wearing a mask. So times have changed. You would have walked in with one of those face covering things that go around your neck and you had it up over your nose in 2019 and walked into a bank, things would not have gone well for you.
You would have been, instead of you making a deposit, you would have been deposited in jail.
Yeah.
Say it like that, just like that.
No, things have changed. It is weird when you think about it like that, though. How normalized it is now that you don't think anything of it. Whereas if you would have seen someone doing that a year ago, you would have questioned it.
We called the cops
And
immediately.
This raises an issue. If the banks, knowing that now, that people have to come in with a mask, I'll bet you they're even more vigilant now about being robbed than they were before.
You're right. And it is scary almost. Like being a banker right now has to be tough. I mean, a lot of jobs right now have to be much more tough with the pandemic, but that's something I really didn't think about until I had said it out loud. But you're right. How do you?
Because
scary.
Because before, if they came in with the mask, you already know what time it was, as far as like somebody trying to rob you. But now that everybody has them, you don't know who's trying to do it.
Well, yeah, that's right. And so, here we are. What used to be normal is now abnormal, and what was abnormal is now normal.
Yep.
Sort of sounds like my relationship.
Oh, no.
Same.
Mine's going well. That's one of the
You
three
don't
of
go
us.
there, right? You don't want to go near that dumpster fire, right? Oh, my goodness. 877-897-8255. So flying on a plane is safer than eating at a restaurant, assuming that they do all the things they need to do to keep the plane safe. You wouldn't have maybe thought that, right? That's counterintuitive. I don't know what's going on in North Dakota. I don't know. Are we in North Dakota somewhere?
Not that I
Anywhere in
know
North
of.
Dakota?
Oh, you mean at our station? I thought you were being funny. Like, are we in North
Our
Dakota?
show.
I
No,
will.
I know we're
I
not.
will
I'm
look.
not. North Dakota has more coronavirus infections per capita than any other state. Would you have guessed that? I wouldn't have.
Absolutely not.
No.
But you know what else is going on in North Dakota? Many people continue to refuse no less, to wear a mask. What's up with that? Uh, There are some places, um, some Americans refuse to wear masks, even as their own hometowns may be besieged with COVID-19 and it could be a hotspot, and they still refuse.
I have a friend like that who lives in Kentucky. He refuses to wear a mask in any environment. He thinks it's all just
What? What does
ridiculous.
tell me what he thinks? What
So
is he thinking?
he thinks the virus is real. He knows it's real. He just firmly, very firmly, there is no changing his mind, believes that a mask is not preventing anything. That wearing a mask is not going to stop you from getting it. It's not going to stop someone else from getting it. He just thinks the masks are pointless. He agrees the virus exists. He calls it a bigger flu, but he says the masks are just completely pointless and he will not be forced to wear them. He's gotten in some serious arguments with business owners and things like that just because, they are forcing him to wear a mask. And he's the whole, like, I live in America, you can't force me to do anything type of mindset.
Oh, yes, we can. We can force you not to run a red light. We can force you not to say fire in the crowded theater. We can force. There's a lot of things a law will prevent you from doing and should. This whole notion of freedom has become distorted. Yes, we have freedom, but we don't have the freedom to put other people in danger.
You asked about South Dakota, right? If we had if we were
North Dakota.
North Dakota, sorry. No, we do not have any in North Dakota, just South Dakota.
The refusal to go along with expert health guidance has persisted in parts of the country that are seeing soaring caseloads and hospitalizations. You think that there might be a correlation. That was driven home this week, according to one article I was looking at when White House Coordinator Task Force Dr. Deborah Birx toured North Dakota, and she had more coronavirus, which has more coronavirus infections per capita than any other state over the past month, and has experienced what they're reporting as in the Washington Post in this one article as a stunning surge in hospitalizations and deaths. I don't know. Dr. Birx said over the last 24 hours when she was there, as we're here and we're in your grocery stores, in your restaurants, and frankly, even in your hotels, this is the least use of masks that we have seen in retail establishments of any place we have been, Dr. Birx told reporters yesterday or on Monday. It's stunning. I don't understand it. Where was that motorcycle rally?
Sturgis, I believe that's South Dakota.
It is South Dakota.
Yeah.
There was a point where that part of the country was almost virus free, and New York and other places were besieged. Now it's the other way around. What a narrative this is. Historians will write about this for the longest of times. 1918 was certainly a monumental, catastrophic event, no doubt. And it's still being talked about, written about, and whatnot. What's going on now and the way it's been handled and the way people are reacting, both good and bad and in between, is going to make for a lot of historical writing for sure. We hope everybody does their best to do the best that they can, not to get infected and not to infect somebody else. We must do this. We can do this. We will do this. LTN, coast to coast and globally.
Wayne Elliott here to tell you about my experience with Strauss Heart Drops over the past 20 years. The Strauss Heart Drops saved me back then and changed my life forever. It's hard to describe how invigorating it is when you increase your blood flow everywhere. The Heart Drops have proven to dissolve plaque from arteries, veins, and vessels caused from cholesterol that can restrict or block our blood flow, our body's most important function. I was able to avoid open heart surgery, as was my father, and instead cleared our arteries painlessly and without chemical drugs, which, by the way, do not claim to remove any plaque or increase blood flow otherwise. Strauss Heart Drops work, I can assure you. No contraindications with pharma drugs. Strauss Heart Drops are safe, and Strauss guarantees your satisfaction with a money-back guarantee. So you can't go wrong and certainly have nothing to lose. If you've had open heart surgery, angina, diabetes, low energy, cold hands and feet, or grayish-blue skin or lips, Strauss Heart Drops are for you. Available online at powermall.com and straussnatural.com. I promise you won't be sorry.
This is Dr. Michael Garko from Let's Talk Nutrition. Tired of not having enough energy to exercise and be physically active? Well, OptiNOS from Earth's creation can help recharge your body with the energy it needs to live a physically active lifestyle. OptiNOS does 3 things to help energize. First, it increases nitric oxide, which means more oxygen and nutrients flowing to your cells. Second, OptiNOS helps create ATP, the body's energy currency. Third, OptiNOS reduces lactic acid buildup, which causes exercise-associated muscle soreness. So turn on your body's energy switch with OptiNOS and start living a physically active lifestyle. Get OptiNOS at shopecusa.com. shopecusa.com. For a limited time, use promo code EC and get $10 off your first order. Promo code EC. The sooner you use OptiNOS, the sooner you will feel better about yourself and your body.
About the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition 2020. Thanks for tuning in today. 877-897-8255. That's just one thing you could know or need to know about how to connect with the show. Katie's going to give you a rundown on other things that you need to know on how to connect with the show. So here you go.
You can give us a call at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. And as always, you can email Dr. Garko personally. His email is drgarko, DRGARKO, at Let's Talk.
How are you spelling that?
Did I spell it wrong?
Did you say D-A-R-K-O?
No, DRGARKO.
Oh, Dr. Garko. Okay.
That's your
sorry.
email. DR.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm
Maybe
sorry.
I did say DAR. It's possible. Sometimes I just say
Darko?
things and don't make
Dr. Darko?
sense. Yeah. Whatever. We got there eventually. It'll go somewhere. Maybe they'll redirect the email to you and you'll somehow get it either way. You never know. But you can also go to letstalknutrition.com, go to the show schedule tab. You can watch our stream on Facebook, YouTube, search Let's Talk Nutrition, or wherever you listen to your podcast.
Pretty good. How are you sleeping? Well or no?
This week I've been pretty good. I've been going to bed pretty early, so I've done pretty well. I don't have a lot of stress right now, so.
You don't?
Not enough to make me stay up at night, apparently.
According to one study I was looking at, 53% of people have indicated that they spend less time sleeping than before the pandemic. 67% believe their sleep was healthier before beginning the lockdown, and 98% have developed new sleep problems subsequent to the lockdown. 68% feel stress or find it hard to sleep even after the lockdown measures were lifted. This is interesting. I was curious as to, we know that suicides are up. We know that alcohol is up. Alcohol consumption, drug use, and drug abuse is up. A recent survey by Sleep Standards is entitled Sleep Habits Post-Quarantine in the United States 2020. They wanted to examine or investigate sleep habits both before and after lockdown measures caused by the pandemic. In the survey, they polled 1,015 Americans between the ages of 18 and 79. 55% of the respondents were female, 13.4% Generation Z, and 51.6% millennials and 9.9% baby boomers. Hey, Katie, Generation Z, as in zebra, Generation Z as in zebra, what age, what's the demographic on that?
So it's between the ages of 5 to 24, I believe, because it's born between 96 and 2015.
Would that be you?
No, I was born before that. I am not a
You're a
Generation
millennial.
Z. I am
You're
a
a You're a
millennial.
millennial.
Yes. I'm young, not that young.
And let me repeat what they found. 53% said they spend less time sleeping than they did before the pandemic. 67% said their sleep was healthier before beginning of the lockdown. 98% developed new sleep problems after the lockdown, and 68% said that they feel stressed, experiencing stress, or find it hard to sleep, even subsequent to the lockdown measures being lifted. This is interesting. First time I've reported this sort of data, these sort of findings. In the survey, 54% of the people said they are aware of sleep quality and will try to improve it post quarantine. People are keenly aware. Sleep is one of those things, when you don't get it, you know it. You feel it. Stress is the same thing. And it's, you feel different. There are physical signs, but there are also symptoms. Symptoms are things that we perceive, but you can't necessarily measure or see them. So we're going to talk about sleep in this hour and try to get a sense of how to get better sleep and maybe why you're not.
Everyone
If
could
you'd
use
like,
some better sleep. Even if you think you're sleeping good, always sleep better.
100%.
My thing lately with sleep has been napping. Like, if I nap, I have the hard, obviously, because I've slept during the day, but I have the hardest time getting to sleep at night. And it's just been one of those weeks lately where I've napped. I mean, it's Wednesday. I've already napped both days this week. I still wake up feeling rested because I feel like somewhere along the lines I'm getting the proper amount of sleep. So I don't wake up sleepy, but it takes me so long to fall asleep because I'm not tired at my normal time. So I need to cut it out with the naps, I think.
Well, it depends. How long is the nap?
Hour and a half, 2 hours.
That's too long.
I
No, no, no,
know.
no, no, no.
I
That's not a
know.
nap. That's a deep snooze.
I don't mean for them to last that long, but they have. And I know the second I wake up, it was a bad idea.
No, 15, 20 minutes. That's it. That's it.
Oh,
Quick.
15 minutes. Oh, no.
That's all. That's all it is. A 15 or 20-minute nap. Done.
Ooh.
Then you get up.
Okay.
Then you're sleeping too long in the day, and that's why you're having difficulty falling asleep.
I know it's a bad idea. The second I wake up from the nap and look at the clock, I'm like, darn it, I should have set an alarm. I'm going to have trouble falling asleep. And I always do.
I can see myself I see myself seeing myself seeing myself on your computer. I'm pointing now. See? There's a little delay. There it is. And so I see myself on my computer, then I see me on your computer, and I see you. It's crazy. Got all these things going on here. This survey is interesting. I would recommend that you do a 15-minute nap. That's it. You don't have to go into a deep sleep, man. Just enough to. Einstein did that. Check my work. I think he took quick naps. I've read that. I remember this was years ago. I remember reading about different artists.
He did it.
Science. He did?
This is how Dali, Einstein, and Aristotle perfected the power nap.
It's called the power nap. You know how long ago I read that? That was decades ago. But I remember Einstein was one of them. Salvador Dali was another.
Yes. Just went to his museum the other day.
The Dali Museum here in St. Petersburg, Florida. He was quite a character. The power nap is a good thing to do, and I recommend it. It's almost like you have to practice it. And you're right. You got to practice it. I use it all the time. It's amazing. Just closing your eyes for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and that's it. You got to force yourself to get up. And then it'll take a moment or so. And then all of a sudden you'll feel better. But sleeping an hour and a half, 2 hours, and no, Katie, that's too long. That's why you're having a hard time sleeping.
I do need to practice it, though, because I know we only have 20 seconds left, but you telling me to sleep for 15 minutes just sounds insane. So it's definitely something I would need to practice.
Just try it. It's not. Don't think of it as sleeping. Think of it as just resting your eyes.
That's fair.
We'll be right back.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take Solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. What can you do about it? You can take Solace. Solace is an all-natural, non-addictive dietary supplement formulated to help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Take Solace and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit the website at takesolace.com. That's takesolus.com.
Looking for a women's probiotic that's actually for women? A true probiotic for women means balancing the right strains of good bacteria. Gyrodophilis Women has 4 patented strains that have been clinically documented to support feminine health and features L. crispatus LBV88, the most dominant bacteria found in healthy feminine flora. So Gyrodophilis Women helps restore feminine balance where it counts, making it a true probiotic for women. Gyrodophilis Women, for women who take their probiotics personally. Visit us at gyroprobiotics.com.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Irwin Naturals, premium vitamins and supplements. 25 years of gold standard supplements. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in to LTN 2020 and this period of pandemic that we're experiencing, an epidemic in the United States. It certainly has occupied us, has it not? For sure. We're going to be all right. I've been doing some research on how the pandemic has affected various lifestyle behaviors and practices, everything from being, your physical activity, to your sleep, to socializing, to alcohol consumption, to stress levels, and so on. And one study that I looked at, they published it, it was published in June. They were talking about people are sleeping more during the COVID-19 pandemic. That's I guess, some good news. The bad news is that the sleep quality appears to have deteriorated. This is according to the National Institutes of Health. And this finding appeared in a journal called Current Biology. It is not a fiction for me to tell you that insufficient sleep, this is a fact, man, and poor quality sleep. Notice what I said. Insufficient, which is quantitative, and poor quality sleep contribute to major health problems, everything from heart disease to stroke to obesity to diabetes. Researchers know little about how COVID-19 pandemic affects sleep and are eager to learn more, according to the National Institutes of Health. In one of two studies, researchers took a look at sleep among college students in Europe during the strictest phase of the COVID-19 lockdown. That was a 6-week period from mid-March until the end of April 2020. And what they found was that the students slept about 15 minutes longer each night. This is self-report data now. So there's always issues with self-report. It can be a little bit of error. However, the students' perception of sleep quality said they indicated that it was not as good and had declined. Many said that they were having trouble falling asleep or staying asleep at night. That is almost like an operational definition for insomnia, man. Having difficulty falling asleep, having difficulty staying asleep, and having difficulty going back to sleep once you wake up. That is an operational definition for insomnia. In the other study, researchers compared prior to and during stay-at-home orders, pardon me, and 139 students at a university in Colorado who had shifted from in-person classes to remote instruction. The researchers discovered that students' nightly sleep duration increased by 30 minutes during weekdays and 24 minutes on the weekends during the stay-at-home period. During that period, 92% of the studies, during that period, notes are screwed up. During that period, 92% of studies students got the recommended 7 hours or more of sleep per night, up from 84% prior to stay-at-home period. That's interesting. So on the one hand, then, from those two studies taken together, what you conclude is that, at least with these students in two different studies, they were getting a little bit more sleep, but the quality wasn't as good. And they were having difficulty falling asleep and staying asleep. That's attributable to stress, I believe. It also can be attributable to a bad diet. It can also be attributable to consuming alcohol during the day, but especially at night, and especially more so right before going to bed. People think, well, if I have a few drinks, that'll makes me sleepy. I'll go to sleep. That may be true, but what we know about alcohol is that it will deconstruct or upset the sleep architecture, the pattern that I have talked about many times on the show. I might allude to it today too, even not allude, but even to address it. There's stages of sleep that you have to go through, and the alcohol can disrupt going from getting into different stages. Sleep, look, sleep it's one of the more interesting pieces of behavior that we have as humans. Seemingly, it's one of the most paradoxical pieces of behavior too. Seemingly, it looks like nothing happens when we sleep. You see a person lying there and they're out, right? There's plenty going on inside their bodies. Plenty. We could spend a month talking about that. Moreover, sleep is complicated. It involves, these circadian rhythms or circadian clocks. It can be it can get disrupted and how can I put it, dysfunctional real quick with our diet and our lifestyle. And sleep is something that is not just we do. Sleep is something that is essential. We must do it. Otherwise, we will deteriorate and get sick. I'll be right back.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take Solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all natural ingredients, Solace is not addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Celsius, Live Fit. CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, talking about a lifestyle behavior that is really, we all do it. We need to do it. We have to do it. And if we don't do it, we will suffer the consequences. And that's sleep. It took millennia, millions of years for us to develop this habit. And for this, it's just intriguing to me. When you start to do the research on this topic, what you begin to learn. And you learn a lot about sleep, not only studying humans, but studying other animals and their sleep patterns and how it works in these other species. It's truly intriguing. And you don't need to have some scientific report, have a PhD in anything to figure out that when you don't get good quality sleep and enough sleep, both quality and quantity, you can get yourself into a lot of trouble. It's both quality and quantity. 877-897-8255. If you have a question about sleep or anything else, I don't care, you can call. You can make contact with us. I will jump off the topic in a minute. If you have something that's really on your mind that's relevant and necessary to talk about, I will do it. So Solace is a product that's been around a long time, and it can help you a lot with your sleep. And you need, as an adult, somewhere between 7 to 8 hours. That's pretty clear. 7 to 8 hours. You're going to go through different stages of sleep. I've talked to you about this before. You get the transition into sleep. That's stage 1. Stage 2 is light sleep. Stage 3 is deep sleep. Stage 4 is intense, deep, non-REM sleep. And stage 5, where you need to get, is REM sleep. That's where you dream. Most dreams occur in that stage. Eye movement is fast, brain activity increases, heart rate and blood pressure increase, arm and leg muscles sort of get paralyzed. Your body core is at its coolest temperature, and REM sleep revitalizes memory. You don't get to REM sleep, you're going to have a hard time remembering, and people report this all the time. They say, well, I went to bed, I got sleep, but you may not have moved through the 5 stages, and you do that more than once during the night. REM sleep revitalizes your memory. Brain performance is most affected by the amount of REM sleep. Again, if you don't get into stage 5 and you're not there long enough, not only is your memory but faulty then, but you sort of have like a fog. Your mental acuity is not as sharp. Your brain is able to complete more complex thinking following good REM sleep. There is research to support this. I'm not making it up. So we got to get ourselves into that stage. All these combined make the sleep cycle, it's about 90 minutes, an hour and a half. It takes 90 minutes, but it can be 90 minutes long on average, but it can go on for up to 120 minutes, 2 hours. It's interesting, isn't it? Good quality sleep requires both non-REM sleep and REM sleep in uninterrupted cycles. Stages 4 and 5, which is the intense, deep non-REM sleep, and then the REM sleep, can be extended in a healthy sleep environment. So you don't just want to go to sleep, but you want to do what? You want to sleep well. Sometimes you might need a little help doing that. And that's where Solace comes into play. It's an all-natural dietary supplement. It's formulated to help support healthy sleep and relaxation. Product works. I've used it. Sometimes traveling to the West Coast, I will take it. And I have peculiar habits. I wear 2 watches. I don't have the second one on today because I dropped it on the floor yesterday or day before and I must have knocked something off a wheel or something. I have to take it in. But I wear 2 watches because of being in radio. And I always wear 2 watches. When I travel, I keep one, if I'm out of the time zone, I keep one watch on the time zone from where I came and one adjusted to the current time zone. I really get screwed. 877-897-8255. Solace, take an hour before bedtime, and you'll see the quality of sleep improves. We've gotten feedback on this now over the years, and I can tell you what the ingredients are. L-tryptophan, which is a precursor to serotonin, right? Yeah. Then to melatonin, and it also has melatonin in the product, 5-HTP, gamma-aminobutyric acid, GABA, skullcap, valerian, hops, chamomile, passion flower are in there. A little bit of calcium phosphate, magnesium as well. It's good. Good formulation. L-tryptophan is interesting amino acid. Once your body absorbs it, it gets converted into the neurotransmitter serotonin. Serotonin is the precursor to the hormone melatonin, right? So you need the L-tryptophan to get you to serotonin, then to take you down the pathway to get to melatonin. So that's why L-tryptophan, it's an amino acid, is in the product. Makes sense? Melatonin is a hormone that your body makes, and you have a thing called a pineal gland that's in your brain. It's very small. It's about, a pea. It's about the size of a pea, a green pea. That's not very big. During the daylight hours, your eyes will stimulate the pineal gland neurons to transmit impulses to the pineal gland that will stop it from secreting melatonin. At night, the pineal gland, when there's no light, that's why you need to keep the room dark, will then release the melatonin. Unfortunately, as your body ages, melatonin starts to decline, produce less, and that's why sometimes the elderly have difficulty sleeping. People think, oh, they don't need as much sleep because they don't sleep enough. They don't sleep very much. No, they're not sleeping very much because they're not producing enough melatonin. Solace will help with that. Come back, we'll have the LTN health question of the day, and I'll explain some of these other elements, compounds in the product.
Wayne Elliott here to tell you about my experience with Strauss Heart Drops over the past 20 years. The Strauss Heart Drops saved me back then and changed my life forever. It's hard to describe how invigorating it is when you increase your blood flow everywhere. The Heart Drops have proven to dissolve plaque from arteries, veins, and vessels caused from cholesterol that can restrict or block our blood flow, our body's most important function. I was able to avoid open heart surgery, as was my father, and instead cleared our arteries painlessly and without chemical drugs, which, by the way, do not claim to remove any plaque or increase blood flow otherwise. Strauss Heart Drops work, I can assure you. No contraindications with pharma drugs. Strauss Heart Drops are safe, and Strauss guarantees your satisfaction with a money-back guarantee. So you can't go wrong and certainly have nothing to lose. If you've had open heart surgery, angina, diabetes, low energy, cold hands and feet, or grayish-blue skin or lips, Strauss Heart Drops are for you. Available online at powermall.com and straussnatural.com. I promise you won't be sorry.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Looking for a women's probiotic that's actually for women? A true probiotic for women means balancing the right strains of good bacteria. Jarrodophilus Women has 4 patented strains that have been clinically documented to support feminine health and features L. crispatus LBV88, the most dominant bacteria found in healthy feminine flora. So Jarrodophilus Women helps restore feminine balance where it counts, making it a true probiotic for women. Jarrodophilus Women, for women who take their probiotics personally. Visit us at jarroprobiotics.com.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take Solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. What can you do about it? You can take Solace. Solace is an all-natural, non-addictive dietary supplement formulated to help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Take Solace and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit the website at takesolace.com. That's take, SOLUS.com.
This is Dr. Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Here's the LTN health question of the day. At what stage of the sleep cycle do we go into REM sleep? There are 5 stages. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Which stage do we go into REM sleep? Rapid eye movement sleep is called. Which stage is that? Stage 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Here's a number to call.
877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK.
Very much. So here we are now talking about this very important piece of behavior, and you just simply must get better sleep. It's fundamental to your health. And I just can't emphasize enough how important it is for you to do that. And, I've talked about, this product a number of times over the years, the Solace, and it is well formulated. And I was going over some of the ingredients. I've done that before. I mean, my main message here is that sometimes we have a problem, and if it's not associated with a lot of pain, we'll let it persist, like insomnia. But, sooner or later, that catches up to you too, because you get to a point where you get so frustrated, then you start to want to do something, and then people turn to sleep medications. And that's a good start to go down that road. It can get awfully complicated and messy. And you need to think twice about it. Some doctors are reluctant to just automatically put somebody on a sleep medication. It depends on how you're trained, man. It does. And I have friends who are physicians. Some will write a script at a drop of a hat. Others one of my friends who's now passed away was a prominent physician. There was never, not even an aspirin bottle in his house. You had a headache, too bad. Not even an aspirin bottle. He would think twice before writing a script. Absolutely, last resort. Sometimes a script is written, and maybe just maybe it shouldn't be, and something else should be done. I'm just saying. And sleeping pills is just one of, it can be very habit forming, and it can have all kinds of consequences. And it doesn't necessarily lead to better quality sleep, I'm telling you. Notice those 2 surveys I talked about earlier in the show. Those students said they were sleeping more, 15, 20, 24 minutes more, but they were not getting better quality sleep. That's the, go to Maurice in Mississippi. Maurice in Mississippi, welcome to the show,
Hello,
Maurice.
Dr. Garco. How you doing?
I'm good. What are you doing, man? What's going on there?
Just trying to lay low, stay out of COVID, trying to lay low. I listen to you all the time. I learned about you a couple of months ago, so I've been listening and picking up some pointers from you.
Well, good. I'm glad you found the show. I always ask this question. I just like to get a little sense of who I'm talking to. You're a human being. You're not just a bunch of demographics to me. But I'm always interested in your age, person's age, because that tells me something about, your generation and so on. How old are you?
I'll be 72 in December. I'm 71 right now. I'll be 72 in December.
So you have seen your share in life, and here we find ourselves. This is quite a moment, isn't it, Maurice?
Yeah, in fact, I do research, so I know about the 1918 pandemic, and I tell people that I know that's young, I say it did the same way. It came in March of 1918, and it came back with a vengeance in October of 1918.
100%. You're so right, man. That's great, man. You got it right. It's absolutely right. It did come back with a vengeance.
Yeah, I read a lot, so I knew about that from way back when I was younger. I knew about the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic.
What station do you listen to the show? What station do you listen to us on?
I pull it up on 1250 WHNZ.
Oh, he listens on the iHeartRadio app.
Oh, he's on the iHeartRadio
app. I got the iHeart app, so I pull it up on WHNZ. I listen to it every month from 8 a.m. to 10 in Mississippi Central Time.
Awesome.
Outstanding. Are you retired, Maurice, or are you still working?
Yeah, I'm retired. I used to live in Arizona. I drove bus in Phoenix, Arizona for 28 years. Oh. And I moved back to Mississippi to take care of my grandfather about 2005 for a little while before he passed. And I decided to stay on because this is where I'm from, originally from Mississippi. Well, I left as a little baby, went to Chicago, was raised in Chicago. And then I went to Arizona. Most of my adult life was out in Phoenix. I drove the bus. And then I came back here in 2005 to take care of my granddad before he.
Let me ask you something. You drove a bus. What did you learn about human nature in driving that bus? What did you learn about people driving that bus?
It's a lot to learn about human nature. People, for one thing, they don't want to walk. That's why heart disease is so bad. You could be like 10 feet from the actual bus stop, and it could be a spot that's more like a little bit safer to pull over the park, to let them off the bus. And they'll tell you drive the rest of those 10 feet right where that bus stop sign is at. They don't want to walk nowhere. That's why heart attack is so bad. People don't want to walk and do nothing.
Did you ever have anybody give birth on a bus that you were driving?
No, never gave birth on a bus, but a lot of school kids be on there and they keep an uproar. But yeah, but it was a lot going on though. But that buttered something.
I'm sure. Well, it's nice talking to you. I didn't even get to ask you the question. That's okay. You can have the prize. I just wanted to talk to you. Thank you for spending a few moments with us. Congratulations on winning a $25 supplement gift card. Call me back anytime, Maurice. Your health is your wealth.